Hey, how you doing? It is Seji Hito here today to bring you another live stream of some video reactions. It is currently 10:22 a.m. to 5:20:24. So we are going to get right into it with this nice, I would say, three-parter when it deals with this first clip here.
I have so much fun with him, and but it's like it's gotten to the point where right now I'm not doing as financially well as I normally do. So in the past, like, we have taken trips, but I've paid for the trips, I've paid for the hotel, I've paid for the rental of the car. If we've been to concerts, I've paid for the tickets. He does what he can when he can, but he doesn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? But he does what he can when he can. But it's gotten to the point where it definitely sucks because I'm not doing as well financially. I can't afford to do things for two people. I can't even afford to do things just myself right now. So because I can't afford to do things for two, we actually don't do anything. We haven't done anything. Like, if I'm being for real, for honest, like in September, for my birthday month, he does celebrate me around those times though. He does celebrate me around the holidays. He does celebrate me around my birthday. But yeah, it's been October, November, December, January. So for the past 4 months, me and him, we just been like sitting ducks. And yeah, it sucks. Like, it's crazy because I don't think, like, I feel like females come on online and talk about, like, look what he bought me, look what he got me, look at where he took me. It's like the ones that are dating the broke men, we don't talk about it. But it's like, no, I mean, I don't know, there has to be like a conversation about it. And it really sucks because I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where if I'm not the breadwinner, or if I don't somehow make my life lead me up to making income for two, I don't think that I'm going to be able to be with this person. And it just really sucks because
Yo, what is up, Shan? What is up? So basically, this woman is complaining about a guy that she is stating is broke, and she's stating that she pretty much does everything, right? The only way that they can happen to go out, yo, what is up, Gail? The only way that they can just so happen to go out for to eat the dinner, the movies, is if she is specifically paying. I'm sorry. Now, the one thing I want people to understand is that men have been doing this for a very, very, very long time, since the beginning of time, right? Don't matter if a dude was making like a, what was it called, like a bushel or a little bit of salt, whatever it was that people were using for, trades and currency, the bartering system, whatever it is. A guy was trying to make his way to make enough just to be able to, take a woman out or what have you, right? So now you have the reverse. You have a woman that is stating that she is, making money, and the guy that she is with is broke and she has to do everything. And if, a date or whatnot is supposed to happen, it's only going to happen by way of her spending money and not by way of him. Right. And then she also listed that, oh, well, when I do a comparison and I'm looking at other women online, they're going online with their boyfriends and they're talking about, oh, look what he did for me. Look what he got for me. She was like, well, when it deals with the women that's dating broke guys, I feel like we just don't do it. And that needs to be a conversation that needs to be had. This is sounding very crazy. And again, this goes back to what I stated in the previous live stream, where social media has pretty much messed up the perception of dating, the dating world, and how it is that women perceive certain types of things, right? Sham said, I don't know, because these young women think six figures is a normal income. So I wonder if she understands what it actually means to be broke. She probably doesn't, but let's continue.
like I said, he has like the best personality hands down. So I'm on here to ask, what do I do? And don't be too cold, like, don't be too rude, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my narcissist ex-boyfriend who made way more money than I did, and that wasn't the answer. Like, so it's like, where is the common ground? Like, and obviously I do have a little bit of fear, like, if I stay with him during this whole time and I continue to help out, is he gonna just walk away when he does better? It's just it's so scary. It's so crazy because it's like I really, really like him, and I really, really, really like.
Hold on. Wait. So you had a narcissist that was like whatever, but he made the money that you liked, but you said that wasn't it. So then you decide to date a guy who you consider or call broke, and he's not making, enough money. And then you're saying that that's not it. And then now you're trying to say that you want a middle ground. But then even after that, you're like, I have a fear that if I stay with him too long and he decides at a certain point that things are going great and he gets himself together, that he'll just up and leave. I'm confused. I thought you were the rich one here. I'm a little bit confused. I don't even know where to specifically go with this. Like first you said the left was too hot, and now you're saying the right is too cold, and now you're saying you want something just in the middle. But even if it gets to the middle, you're still afraid because something else can happen. Again, this is what society has done when it deals with women out here and their perception of a relationship, of a man, of what love is, um, of a lot of things. Because like I said, she's pretty much going all over the place and just has an excuse, just ready at the hip for it, just in case, even though that just in case is nowhere even present, in this reality, right? Yo, what is up, Mo? Sham said, "Oh, not just social media. Women live in a fantasy world of what human relationships are. First, it was based off of romance novels. Now it's based off of people who lie on TikTok." Yeah. Mo said, "What is her definition of narcissist?" She never even gave the definition. She just listed some random guy that she supposedly dated and said that he was a narcissist, but he had a lot of money, right? Sham said, "I'm sure the boyfriend wasn't a narcissist. When people make more money, they become more independent of others. And so their behaviors and needs change as far as to what will be given and take on a date." But let's continue. The plot gets thicker.
Like don't want to like not be with him, but at the same time too, like I'm too effing old to do this shit. Like I've already spun around this block a few times. Like
So she also listed that she spun around the block. You can actually take that a few different ways, and it's not anything good. Either you spun around the block to jump from guy to guy to guy, or you spun around the block to, dibble and dabble back with exes that you previously broke up with. Both of which are negatives, nothing good at all. And nothing is going to come from that at all, as we can clearly see, right? So remember, she started off the video telling you, right, that she was complaining about a broke guy that she chose, right? Just remember that. This is the story that she gave you. So now we're going to go into the second part of the story, and this is when it gets a little bit deeper, right? So let me just rewind this a little bit back. Add the sense.
so he has a job. It's a good job. But I also feel like he has a lot of debt. And then I also feel like he's the type of person, like he jokes to me or whatever because he's like, I'm so nice that you would have to be like the opposite because I'm not that nice. But it's not that. I think I know how to say no, like to people. Like if it's a no, it's a no. I don't care what you need. Like I'm sorry, but it's like I work too damn hard. I'm really trying to make it out of where I am, like, and that's the way I've always been, like, for I don't know. So he has a job, it's a good job, but there is a lot of debt. But then again, like the way that the world has been lately, like COVID and inflation, it has been a little bit hard. And he's a homeowner, I'm a homeowner, so sometimes
Hold up. Let me just stop it right there. I want y'all to remember, right? This is the narrative that this woman gave you. She said that this dude was broke. He could not afford to, do things specifically for her, even though in the very first video, she stated, yeah, he celebrates me on the holidays. He celebrates me on my birthdays, the important days out of 365 days. He gets her on the important days, right? But she stated he's broke. If they need to go out on a date or whatnot or whatever, she's the one that has to pay for it. So now you hear in the second video, she was like, oh, he has a job, he has a good, or a nice paying job, and he's also a homeowner. So which one is it? Is this dude, is he broke and he's just couch surfing and he's just, passing by? Or is it that you're a homeowner, he's a homeowner, y'all both are, dealing with your own separate situations, and that he's doing what he is able to do, being a homeowner and having a job that he has? I'm just a little bit confused. Like, which one is it? Because I could have sworn in the very first video, she said that this dude was just broker than broken and broke. And she had to suit and fit the bill for every single thing, right? And that's what a lot of women on social media state. They state that, oh, all the guys that run into, they're broke, always have to fit the bill. They're always talking about splitting the bill. They never have this, they never have that. Again, allow people to just keep talking. She told you he was broke, but now you find out he's a homeowner. How are you broke and a homeowner and you got a nice paying job? How does that even make sense? How does that make sense? This is why you can't believe a lot of the stuff that women want to post directly out on social media. This is why. Because they want to paint the narrative to make it seem like they're the hero and the victim at the same time, when realistically, none of those things are even transpiring. You just got clear-cut two adults with adult responsibilities that within those adult responsibilities, they're trying to find and make time in order to come together and try to formulate something for themselves. But have her tell it, it's like, no, this dude is just broke. So if he's broke and he can't afford to do the things that you want to do, why are you with him? Why are you even still here? Why not go back to the quote unquote narcissistic boyfriend that you said was making all of this buku bucks? But you said, oh no, that just wasn't the right thing. But then you just told us that the guy that you're with, he's a very nice guy. But you said that he's too nice to the point where he said that you had to be the opposite for him, right? Because he always says yes, and you know how to say no. There's some problems here, and I can tell you where those problems are, and it's not the guy. But let's continue.
Sometimes when you have homes, things happen, and they're not small things. Like, they cost thousands of dollars. So he's basically the type of person where there's not really like a rainy day fund, and I'm the type of person where I'm all about the rainy day fund. Like, I am the queen of, no, I cannot get my lashes done, I need to save those $200. Like, that's literally why, like, I wear strip lashes, because strip lashes are cheaper than getting lash extensions. I don't do my eyebrows. Like, nobody does them for me. I do them myself. My nails, like, yeah, I just got my nails done, but it's been the first time in like 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, before that, I just kept them bare, natural. Like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. If I want a new pair of shoes, I sell an old pair of shoes. Like, I'm very so much that human being. So sometimes I just don't really know if there's a real game plan that's actually going to be put in motion. Like, and then it's so crazy because sometimes some people have different luck than you do. Like, I know, and I always am super grateful to the universe, to God. I'm very lucky. I've always had really good things happen to me. I've always been placed like in the right space for a blessing. So, and sometimes like I see the way things happen to him and I'm like, why is that happening to you? Like, what is going on? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you step on some shit? Like, did you step on some negativity? Like, so, do you guys believe in like the evil eye? Like, what is going on? Like, sometimes, like, literally, I see the way things happen to him. I see the way his life unfolds for him. And I'm like, why is this happening to you? Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I do know his family, because at first, I swear, I thought I was being conned. Like, I thought this was like a really...
So we were able to hear that, right? And in these two videos, I want y'all to understand, nothing about the guy seems bad at all. She said that he was a nice guy, even though she said originally that he was broke. and that he really couldn't afford to do anything in comparison to other women directly out there on social media. But she did detail the fact that, hey, this guy, he does get me on, the birthdays and the important, holidays. So he does that. So the Valentine's Day, Christmas and her birthday, probably there for Thanksgiving, New Year's, stuff like that, right? But she wants to, just like a lot of other women out here, they decide that they want to compare what it is that their guy is or their relationship to the standards of other people on social media. So I want people to understand that a lot of women out here are not even in realistically a relationship for themselves. They're in a relationship in order to compete, to show to everybody else that they are doing better than other women specifically out here who just so happen to be in a relationship. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. If you're telling me that you're in a relationship because you love a person, that you care about a person, we wouldn't even have this whole long video that she decided to do on TikTok. But again, that's not why she's doing this. She likes the showboating aspect of it. On top of the fact that she wants to be the one to, in a sense, spend the money, not the one having to spend her own money. Understand what I'm saying? She don't want to go into her bank account, her card, and all of these other types of things in order to facilitate the things that she says that should be done. She wants to be able to go into somebody else's money. She wants them to be able to use their own money to do everything that she wants, right? While still being stable at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. You're a grown adult. You're able to work. He's a grown adult. He's able to work. You said that you guys are both homeowners. He is not broke, sweetheart. You said that he has a good, nice paying job. He is not broke, sweetheart. The only thing that is broke is your logic. That's the thing that's broken. And like I said before, there's a problem here, and it's not the guy, it's her. She has these unrealistic expectations. Like, you got a guy that actually cares about you. That is there. You didn't say anything bad about the dude. You didn't say that he was emotionally imbalanced. You didn't say that the dude was violent. You didn't say that he has a history. You didn't say that he treats you bad. He talks down to you. He devalues you. You didn't say any of the things that normally you would hear women talking about on social media. But yet you're trying to frame it as though this is just like some type of like not good guy. Like, you can't even give anybody anything. You're just trying to, it's the money aspect. Wow. But I could have sworn people told me that women wanted to be loved. They wanted to be cared about. They wanted a guy that was going to be with them, not just for their body. But she has that. But she's complaining about that because, the monetary value it just isn't there. I need him to basically boss up. I need him to get more money so that I can actually feel love. See the difference? Some women like to say that, hey, I want a guy that loves me. But realistically, what they're stating is they want a guy that is going to show them monetary love. That's what that is. Let me just be real for a minute. The narcissist, as she stated, and Mo was kind enough to put the definition up there, which narcissist is a noun, a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. She decided to leave that guy because he has money. He has options. So if she has an attitude or if she's picky about anything, he could just pick up and go. He'd be like, you don't like this. No problem. You can move on, move around, right? That dude who has all of that money that can facilitate all of those things for both him and her at the same time and still be stable. She don't like the fact that dude got options. She can't decide to throw a tantrum, an attitude. She can't sit up there and critique because he can just up and leave, and there's nothing that she can do about it. She can be mad. She can huff and puff. It don't mean nothing because he's still going to be him. He's still going to be that guy. He's still going to be good, right? So now she flipped it and went to another dude who I guess she's making a little bit more than, because she stated that she's not really in the best circumstances when it deals with finances, because as a woman, if she was, she really should not even have been complaining about money. But like I said before, even if you got women out here making the utmost money, in some way, fashion, or form, they're going to be complaining about having to spend their money in order to do the things that they feel that you as a man should be doing. So I just want people to pay attention. I just want people to pay very close attention, because she stated in 2 videos that she is obviously making more than her boyfriend of now. That is nice, that she claimed was broke, but in actuality, in reality, he's a homeowner, right? And he has a good, nice paying job. but it's just not good enough for her money-wise. So let's let the plot thicken to the third video here. Let's look at this.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I do know his family because at first, I swear, I thought I was being conned. Like, I thought this was like a really elaborate scam. But I've definitely gotten to the point that I don't give anymore. Like, even if I do have, I don't give. Like, I cannot help. Like, I cannot help. Like, I have to see you climb out of this hole. I have to know that you can get out of this. And he said, you know, he has all the best intentions in the world. Like, he does. But sometimes, like, I don't know if it's his luck. I don't know what it is, but sometimes things happen to him and I be so confused. Like, I just don't know. And so it's gotten to the point where I ask him, like, do you pray? Like, cause it's like, what am I doing that you're not doing? Like, why are we like so close in proximity, but your life is like so this one way and mine is like so this other way? Like, so I'm like, I think like prayer, like, so I don't know. So he does have a job. It is a good job. The world has been kind of effed up lately with COVID and inflation. So that's why I don't know if it's his fault. I don't know how long I should give him. Like, I do have like one homegirl and she's like, dump him, leave him. But I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. It's just.
So I want y'all to understand something, right? Her friend or friends who are women are telling her to dump this guy. And I know this is not the narcissist. This is the nice guy who she claimed was broke, that really couldn't afford nothing except for the holidays. He couldn't afford nothing, you know, really 365 because he's broke. But then later on in the second video, she told you, okay, he has a good, nice paying job and he's also a homeowner, right? So even with all of that and him being nice and doing, you know, what it is that he can, and she also met his family as well, because I'm guessing, you know, his family must be pretty nice as well too, because she didn't say anything negative. Her friends are sitting up here saying like, oh no, this guy is no good, you should dump him. I want a lot of women to realize this and understand this. Stop listening to your single ass female friends because they will set you up for failure. Stop doing that. Her friends are literally telling her to dump and to not be with a nice guy. I want you to understand that you got a lot of your female friends that will set you up for failure. They are not specifically there for you or for your best interest. They are there to watch you literally crash and burn. And the only time that they will pray for and be accepting of a type of success, if they are the ones that are getting that. It don't matter if it's a brand new job. It don't matter if it's education, a brand new car, a home, a boyfriend, fiance, husband, baby. They're the only ones that wants all of that admiration. When it comes to you, it's like, oh no, you need to just sit up there and stay single, just stay surfing. But yet, while you sitting up there, they're telling you to do one thing. They're sitting up there either plotting on the dude they tell you to broke up with, or they're sitting up there, got some dude in the background that's about to be proposing to him. Or that's the exact same type of dude that she just told you to dump because you're better than that guy. You can do more. There's better guys out there than that. Like I said, this is a clear cut. Again, like I told you guys before, if I have evidence of any of the things that I'm talking about, I'm going to try my best to bring that evidence directly to you guys so you know that I'm just not up here flapping my gums. I'm not just making stuff up. She's literally telling you this stuff directly in 4K. Her friends are telling her to drop a nice guy that has a nice paying job, that looks out and does the things that he is able to do, on top of more than likely helping out and benefiting his family, right? He comes in for the birthdays, the holidays, and all the other type of stuff. But due to the effect of her being a woman and looking at social media and trying to compare her life, her experience, her relationship to that of other women, this is why you have a lot of failures directly out here in society and relationships. This is why a lot of relationships do not last long at all. And that stems directly from how it is that women perceive a certain reality from other women. Let's continue.
Tough. It's really tough because it's just really tough because his personality really is that good. He really is that great of a person. And it's not even about the sex. Like, it's not even about that. Yeah, I don't know. I do want to give it a few more months. Sometimes I do feel though, like if I keep, because we already have had a conversation about finances, but if I continue to have a conversation about his finances, it gets to the point with him that I feel like I'm nagging. You know what I'm saying? Because if I keep saying it over and over and over and over again, but it's only been like 2 weeks, what can he really do in 2 weeks? That's why the one homegirl that I do have, I told her like have to give it a few months. Like, because I already got fed up with it, that I know I'm fed up, and I think he realizes I'm fed up.
All right, let me just stop that right there. So she already stated that she's fed up. So why are you still in a relationship? Usually, if somebody is actually fed up with something in reality, that's it. There is no more. We're not sitting up there dragging this along anymore. We're going to cut our losses right here. So if you know, so you got your homegirl telling you something, you're out here venting and telling us something, and you already know the decision that you want to make, but you are just waiting as the woman that you are for the validation of other women. Like I said, some people don't want to actually press the nuclear option. They want other people to press the button for them because they don't want to initially be responsible for what occurs and what happens because they want to be able to blame somebody else. A lot of people in life don't want to take responsibility because it's a lot easier to blame everybody else. A lot of people are not very good at being by themselves and taking accountability and responsibility for the actions that they have placed themselves directly into. She's one of those people because she's literally telling you that by way of making all three of these videos on social media in order to garner some type of attention and camaraderie from other women directly out there who, quote unquote, feel the same type of way, who have been through the same type of, like I said, you got a lot of women leading other women in total darkness. This is why you got groupings of a lot of single women together, keeping each other single. And this is why a lot of women start to get jealous and envious and want to break up relationships because they're not that specific one. It's like, oh no, we were all single together. You must think that you're better. You're better than us because now you got a relationship. So now you stop hanging out with us. You don't even talk to us. You don't even. Everything is about your boyfriend and your fiance and your husband. Like I said, like yo, like I said before, a lot of women are going to understand and start to learn that a lot of women that are in your circle are not realistically your friends. They are not there for you. A lot of women are going to learn that the hard way. A lot of women right now are friends with women who have broken up many of relationships under the disguise of, oh, I did this for you. I wanted to show you how much of a cheat your boyfriend was, so I let him sleep with me. I let him pull my number. I let him take me out on several dates. I let him get me pregnant. And for whatever reason, magically that logic works with women. I'm like, how how is this even credible? Like, how is this even plausible that this was even a thing? You allow somebody to really, just try to, divide something apart. But the only way that somebody can actually do that is if you allow them the information. So the other problem is that a lot of women directly go out there and tell their girlfriends their relationship business. They tell them inside secrets. They tell them in-house conversations. And what better way to sit up there and ruin somebody's relationship by you giving them the exact tools that they need in order to pry that all apart. And women do that a lot, not even realizing or even understanding that they are destroying the very thing that they're trying to save at the same time. If you as a woman want to save your relationship, have a talk with your significant other. Just do that. Just it's not that difficult. It is not that difficult. Now, we'll sit up there and say a lot of women need to learn that, to have, I think the correct word might be some crass, some tact about how to have a conversation with a guy. Because some women just really don't know how to talk. And I can tell you a lot of women out here don't really know how to talk when it deals with conversations like that. Like guys can be cordial, we can be, respectful. We will decide to, opt out of saying certain things in order to spare and to not hurt a woman's feelings. But when it comes to the whole opposite, women will just say whatever it is that they feel because they feel that way. And because they have those feelings, they are right and justified in saying whatever it is that they have to say. So, you know, like I said, there's a difference between how guys speak and how women speak. Trust me, I've had these experiences, so I'm also talking from experience when it deals with you know, conversations. You know, let me see. Do we got a little bit more? We got a little bit more. So let's finish this up.
I have to at least give him a few months to figure out the situation. But I don't know. That's why I came on TikTok to like just talk about it a little bit, because I don't really have a lot of people I can talk to about it. So I'm just like, whatever, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, I gotta say something, like, because I'm so tired of dealing with my stuff and just like not knowing if I'm doing it right, if I'm doing it wrong. Cause like I said, like, I cannot keep having the conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already had it. What good does it do him? What good does it do me if I talk about it every single day? Like, yo, you gotta get your money up. You gotta get your money up. And meanwhile, he's going to work every day. Like, he knows that now. He knows that I'm not gonna stand for this much longer. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Now, pay attention to that last part. She was like, what is the use of me nagging him about this every day? Why are you having a conversation about this every day? Why would this even be a concern for you? 365, really? Every day? And you're talking about this dude works every day? So you're nagging and telling the dude that, okay, I understand that you're working, but you need to make more money. What are you doing? You told all of us that this dude was broke, that he didn't have nothing, and you were just facilitating everything. And then we learned that he has a home. And then he has a nice paying job. And you're stating that even though he works every single day, he needs to work more for you. Are you have this is what guys be talking about. That right there. Like, even when a guy has a little bit of something, and he's like, that little bit of something ain't even really enough for him. He's like, you know what? It's cool. Let me sit up there and put that little bit of something over there to her. Let me sit up there and show her how much, you know, I care, how much I love. And it's like that little bit of something, she's not even looking at that as like, damn, he don't really got, you know, much of nothing with him taking care of the house, his family, him working every single day, but he still found a way to sit up there and do a little bit. Like, yo, it's a lot of women out here, thanks to social media, that are not appreciative for nothing. It's like, you got to be serious out here. Like, it is, like I said, it is baffling. It is so baffling hearing a lot of these conversations. Like I said, and I spend time when I'm not doing lives and videos, I spend time on IG, on Twitter, on TikTok, and I listen to a lot of women, and they're just venting and just having all of these conversations. And I'm like, before, I'm like, yo, some of these women, hey, yo, they look attractive. And then a moment in time, they start talking about the guys, and I'm hearing them describe the guys, and I'm like, okay, so what's the problem with the guy? You said he was nice. You say that he loves you. You said he cares about you. You said he's family oriented and has, you know, a nice relationship with his family. You said that he works. I'm not seeing where the problem is. And then it just so happens that it comes down to money. So again, we're living in a society where women will sit up there and say one thing, which is, oh, I want a nice guy, but realistically, they mean that they want money. So I need for a lot of these guys who make content where they go up on the street asking a woman what type of guy that you want. No, ask them what type of money that they want. That's the real question. What type of money that you want? Because one guy sat up there and made a post and he asked the woman, he was like, yo, you know, what type of, you know, guy do you want? She was like, I don't really have a preference, just a guy. I'm like, no, everybody has a preference. So he asked again. He was like, yo, what type of, you know, guy do you want? What do you, you know, really look for in a guy, you know, money wise, right? She was like, an athlete. I'm like, there we go. You want a guy that has athlete money, but then she switches. She was like, no, you know, just a guy that's, you know, that's in the gym. No, say what it is that you mean. I'm like I said, I respect honesty. I'm tired of a lot of women specifically out here lying about the type of guy that they want. Just be honest. If you're a woman and you want a guy that got money, there's dudes out here that will facilitate this. They will sit up there and be tricking off on you, no problem. Like I said, y'all got a business arrangement. I respect that. No problem. Two adults sitting up there doing that. What I don't respect is people that lie. If you're a woman and you know you just want a guy solely for his money, be that woman. Be that woman. I'm not sure what it is to be ashamed of, because it wasn't too long ago that a part of the reason that we got the culture that we have right now. You can go back and look at video vixens, right? Before, it was looked down upon, it was shameful to be a video vixen and to talk about a lot of these things. But then once people started to realize that you can make money off of just talking about business and other people's business, now you see the culture that we have right now, right? So like I said, just be that person. Don't try to disguise yourself as something that realistically you're not. And then when people find out who you are, you want to turn around and you want to blame the guy. It's like, no, it's not the guy's fault. It's you, sweetheart. That's you. And I want to also reiterate to a lot of people, this is how a lot of dudes get ensnared or trapped, because for guys, we tend to believe what a woman shows, right? Because we weren't really raised to automatically just doubt a woman as soon as she appears on the scene. That's not realistically how we were raised, because again, if we look at the women in our family, we never doubted them as soon as they came onto the scene. So we automatically apply that exact same thing to the women out here. This is how a lot of guys end up in circumstances of, getting caught up, getting trapped, right? So again, what realistically needs to happen on both sides, number one, who women out here who are raising sons, you need to start having a real conversation, directly about your sons, about women, and how that, innocence goes. And, also again, to the women, please have, conversations, and let them know, like, yo, it's okay to sit up there and second guess. It's like every woman is not the same, as me. You're going to have to sit up there and look at them vastly different. You're going to more than likely have to be judgmental in order to save yourself from, a lot of different negative things that can specifically happen to you that can't happen to women. So you have to have your best interest, directly at heart. And I want to just say, from a guy's standpoint, realistically, guys need to be out here scrutinizing the same way that you see on social media and everywhere else, that women are bold enough to scrutinize a guy. They automatically have the general assumption that the dude is like a killer or a murderer up until, presumed otherwise. Guys need to have that exact same outlook when it deals with women. I'm just going to be real. Like I said, I'm an equal opportunist directly out here, right? Women are justified because of, whatever statistics they can pull up, or whatever experience they might have had, a family member or a friend or a coworker might have had, or what they saw on the news or a newspaper. Fine, so be it. I ain't even going to fight you with that. All I'm saying is, guys need to have that exact same thing. In order to save yourself from a lifetime of child support of a child that is not yours, in order to save yourself from looking like a whatever because you found out that the girl that you with is with 8 other guys, in order to not be embarrassed, you got to be able to protect yourself, because ain't nobody else going to protect you realistically as a grown man, and nor is anybody realistically going to care. So it is up to you realistically as a man to have your own best interest and to make sure that you are as secure as possible. Again, you can't prepare for everything, but you can at least prepare for some of it, right? And again, let this video be a clear-cut reason and example of why it is that guys are opting out of relationships, opting out of marriage as well. Because as she stated, no matter what he does, he needs to be making a certain amount of money. He can be as nice as he wants to be. He can afford to try to buy her, a little bit of stuff here and there when it counts. But in general, those few days don't matter out of 365. He can be a homeowner and everything, have a nice, good job, like she stated. It's still not enough for her. And like I said before, she knows what it is that she specifically wants to do with the relationship, but she wants other people to be responsible for her decision making in her relationship. It's crazy. It is completely crazy, right? So let's go to the next one right here. And this one gets even crazier than that one. So let me add this up.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days. My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out. But how did I go?
So we all heard that, right? We all heard that. That's crazy. 22 people in 10 days. That is crazy. That is 1,000% crazy. It's like, wow. So let's see here. I decided to look up some handy dandy data. They said how long. Well, they said when does semen leave the female body? They said after ejaculation. That is, once the sperm enters the vagina, their lifespan is about 2 to 5 days on average. The most powerful ones will die along the journey, though after fertilization, both the dead and living sperm that could not fertilize the egg will be eliminated by means, i.e., the body's own system of neutralization and elimination of substances, right? So, roughly in about, it takes sperm to leave the female body 2 to 5 days, right? Like I said, I'm not a mathematician, so I might need somebody to just, put those numbers together, right? 2 to 5 days on average for sperm to leave the female body. And she says she slept with 22 guys in 10 days. If somebody could do the math on that for me, that'll be beautiful. But that's a lot. That is a lot. That's ridiculous. Her body didn't even have time to breathe. Her body didn't even have time to breathe. This is why, again, why I sit up there and tell a lot of guys, do not be so eager to sleep with the most attractive thing that you feel like you're seeing at this moment in time, because it might look pretty, it might look clean, but it's a wall full of gum. That's the best way I can sit up there and just explain that. That is crazy. And then she stated that that's a goal. This is this is the society that we are living at this. Like I said, she was hyped. Let me go back to
For
that.
10 days, and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days.
She's ecstatic. She had her hands raised. She was like, woohoo, I did it. She act like she really won like a championship. She got like the Nobel Peace Prize. Like she just cured cancer. Wow. That's crazy. But like I said, this is the society that we're in at this moment in time. Remember, it takes 2 to 5 days on average for semen to leave a female's body. And she slept with 22 in 10 days. Like I said, somebody can do the math on that. If somebody would like, somebody can do the math directly on that. Again, all I'm seeing is there is no room to breathe at all. And she slept with those dudes back to back. 22 in 10 days. Wow. This is why I sit up there and tell a lot of guys, stop living dangerous out here. Because you don't know what you with. This is why I also have videos of people before telling people about, in energy entanglement. When you get with another person, you're exchanging energies. And you wonder why it is that you feel a certain type of way directly after. That's because you're not only taking on that person's energies, but you're taking on the energies of the other individuals that she was with. And literally, if you were that last guy, Godspeed. You might want to go get an exorcism, because Lord knows who or what type of guys that she was specifically dealing with. And I can more than likely promise you that a lot of times, women are out here having unprotected relations with guys in one way or another. It's happening. But hey, like I said, it's a YOLO type of world out here. And this is the type of society that, we are in, right? People have stated that women deserve and should be able to do the exact same things that men are able to do without any type of shame. So like I said, go out there and do it. Knock yourself right on out. And again, like I said before, understand those consequences. So if you end up getting pregnant and you don't know who the father is, you end up catching an STD, but you don't know who you got the STD from. Hey, coach, you playing roulette with your life. Don't go on TikTok and whatnot complaining and crying. Don't do that. Like I said, I showcased some videos to y'all before where women that sat up there and took some trips, and they didn't came back with something that's going to be staying with them for a very long time. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I went over a video before where you had some women trying to use bags like trash bags and whatnot as condoms, and you had another woman who decided to take a trip and she came back with HIV. Like, yo, it is very dangerous out here. It is very, 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 very dangerous out here. Like I said, I need people to stop playing with their lives. And not only that, but they need to stop playing with the lives of other people. So, like I said, I can only put precautionary tales directly out there. I can only put examples directly out there so that people can understand, how serious, these things realistically are. Like I said, this is crazy. This is ridiculously crazy. Oh, but wait, we got another one. Let's go to the next crazy one, right?
First Valentine's Day together. We've been dating for about 6 months now, and Valentine's Day is also his mom's birthday. He's told me, listen, I always spend her birthday with her, which is Valentine's Day. My dad is gone. We can spend Valentine's Day on another day. We can celebrate and whatever. And I'm just like, no, this is our first Valentine.
Oh.
I want to celebrate with my boyfriend, and your mom is a grown adult. She can figure it out for one birthday.
Wow.
Look, you're a grown adult too. You should be able to handle.
Whoa.
You should be able to understand. Like you said, my dad's no longer around. It's her birthday. I'm always there for my mom. Every year I celebrate Valentine's Day with my mom. We go out to dinner. I don't understand why you don't get this. We can go to dinner on the 13th, or we can go to dinner on the 15th, or we can go to dinner, the following weekend.
Valentine's Day is the day that all the girls get flowers. All the girls.
It's also.
So we heard that, right? So let me just reiterate that for some people. Hold on, let me roll back. Timothy said 22 divided by 10, that's 2.2. That's 2 dudes a day, not including how long it took each session and how many rounds. Whew. That's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. And then remember, it takes 2 to 5 days on average for semen to leave a woman's body. Woo! I feel sorry for the guys that were face diving. But anyways, so for the video that you see right here, right? So both the boyfriend and the girlfriend are on the radio show, right? They're talking directly on the phone. The girlfriend who hasn't been there, I think it was probably only about 6 months, not even a year. She's like, this is our first Valentine's Day. We need to be going out and celebrating this, yada, yada, yada. This is what all the girls do. This is when all the girls get their gifts, right? Again, you're listening to another woman that is judging her relationship, the perception of, by way of what she is looking at from her friends, relatives, celebrities, social media. Again, this is proving my point on how social media has been jacking up the viewpoint, the perspective of women when it deals with their specific circumstances in their relationships, right? So she's stating that the mother is basically alone because his father passed away. So the love of her life is no longer here, right? So his mom is more than likely still going through a lot of stuff. She hasn't been alone in a very long time, right? The father was there, but now he's no longer there, right? So instead of allowing his mom to just sit there in that silence, being alone, being hurt, and all of that, he's like, you know what? I got you. On top of the fact that Valentine's Day is her birthday. And then you got the girl sitting up there saying, well, you can sit up there and celebrate the birthday some other day. Valentine's Day is my day. It's our day. It's our relationship day. This is our first. You're not even married to this man, and you're automatically trying to tell him that he needs to put his mom second. I want to explain to a lot of women out there, this is how you end a relationship before it even started. You're not going to tell a guy who you've only been with for a few months that you need to put his mom second and that you come first. Sweetheart, who are you? You are nobody special directly out here. You're not even consistent. You haven't been here long enough. You have not proven yourself. Like what are we? Like I said, the sense of entitlement that is directly out here is crazy. Again, this is his mom's birthday. Who are you again? Who are you again? But I'm going to show y'all how crazy it gets when you hear these responses.
But I don't mean to like misstep myself. It is kind of a Hallmark holiday. That's what it's turned into. And the meals, I'll tell you what, those meals on Valentine's Day are twice as much as they are on the 15th. So maybe you guys could go, save a little bit of money by not having to do it on the Valentine's Day.
But it's the principle of the thing. Like, I feel bad for you, Ben. I feel bad your dad's passed, but eventually you're going to have to celebrate Valentine's Day with your girlfriend or even your future wife on that day. Maybe.
Okay. Can I rewind her hand real quick? I just want to sit up there and see if I can get a clear-cut image.
Day, maybe.
All right. I got both of her hands focused. I do not see a ring. I don't see a ring. And I'm pretty sure she's old enough to have had enough guys to potentially propose to her or be interested. I'm not seeing no type of ring. So you're listening to a single woman tell a woman in a relationship how it is that a guy should be. And the same single woman is sitting up there trying to tell the boyfriend, hey, this could be your potential, fiance or wife. Man, it's 6 months. What are you talking about? You're not, you don't even have the base to even really, talk on this subject. Again, proof of single women telling other women in relationships how stuff should actually go and trying to dictate that, but yet they can't dictate a ring out of thin air. They can't dictate a single guy to commit to them out of thin air, but yet they're trying to tell women in relationships how things should specifically go for them and what the man should be doing, but yet she can't get a man to do anything for her. Like I said, this is why certain people need to stay quiet, and this is why a lot of women should not be listening to a lot of other women who don't even have the experience to be talking on said subject.
Instead of doing Valentine's Day on a different day, you can do your mom's birthday on a different day.
But this is a tough one.
I can't believe you're throwing my mom under the bus. Like,
oh, wow.
We've been dating for like less than a year. This is my mom we're talking.
You heard what she said. She was like, well, Ben or whoever your name is, you can celebrate your mom's day, your birthday on a different day. And again, that's coming from a woman. So you already know the type of woman that she is. She believes no matter how long the relationship has been going, as soon as she is there in that spot, she is more important than any other woman there. I want to reiterate to a lot of other women there, that is not how that works. If a man has to prove himself to be some type of a provider, a solid individual, a leader, all of this stuff, women have to prove that exact same thing before they can sit up there and decide that they are queen of everything. We're not doing that. Like I said, lines need to be directly drawn. I don't care if people say, oh, that's, then, a lot of men out here are just mama boys. I want to reiterate this. It's funny hearing a lot of women consider guys mama boys, but yet you want a guy that is family oriented and that actually respects women. But yet when it is shown that he respects women highly, aka his mother, his grandmother, and then you want to deem it as a negative. Like I said, I need somebody to make a lot of these things make it make sense for me. Because like I said, these are things that I've heard in my life. So again, I'm, talking from experience. The stuff that I hear don't make sense. You don't want a guy that's going to sit up there and like knock you upside the head, technically. But then you don't want a guy that, in a sense, really loves the women in his family, takes care and all this other type of stuff. But you want like a middle ground of somebody that will sit up there and like slap you up and somebody that does technically care about women. Like I said, the confusion, the mixed messaging directly out here needs to be studied. Like, I kid you not, it just needs to be studied. But like I said before, main point is I need a lot of women to stop listening to single women because they're going to mislead you and they're going to ruin your relationship. The woman that was talking and complaining about the mom, she already ruined her relationship. If that guy is smart, he sounds young, I need him to run. He needs to get directly out of that relationship and act like she never existed. Lose her email, lose the Snapchat, lose the Kick, lose the Twitter, lose the TikTok, whatever social media she got, including her number, lose her address, have Professor X give you amnesia. Do all of that. Because there is no reason to spin around the block. There is no reason to come back around. There is no reason to give that woman a second chance, because the exact same woman she is showcasing herself to be on a syndicated radio show, that's her for the rest of her life. She is never going to change that. And you as a man cannot sit up there and change that. And I mean that for any other guys out here listening. Just like how a lot of women sit up there and say that you cannot change a man, you as a woman, you as a man cannot sit up there and change a woman. Like I said, for this dude to even go on a radio show and try to argue his point, he cares way too much. This woman ain't even been in your life that long. You care way too much to be doing this. The only one that actually has some logical stuff was the very first guy. Let me see if I can go back. Let me see. I think it was the guy with the boom mic. Let me see if I can find him.
Today is the day that all the girls get flowers. All the girls.
It's also, and I don't mean to like miss.
Yeah, this guy right here. He's the only one that was talking common sense. He was like, yo, this holiday was man-made and it's being marketed in order to just make money. Like, it makes women feel special, but realistically, all it's doing is just feeding the corporate giants. He's sitting up there speaking facts. And do you think any of those women there trying to hear that facts? No, they're like, no, this is my day. I don't care about them making billions and trillions of dollars directly off of me and my feelings. This is my day. Like I said, look at her feelings are overriding all of the logic. She is not even trying to listen or hear none of that. Just like the female co-host. She wasn't trying to hear none of that either. She knows what it is, but she's like, I don't care. This is my day. We're in a relationship. Oh my God. This is why it's very tough for guys to actually, have conversations with people. Because you got far too many emotional people out here that don't want to pay attention to facts. And all of the stuff that he's saying, she could look it up. On Valentine's Day, everything at restaurants, it goes up. It just is what it is. It's just like when it deals with airliners. Guess what? When you want to sit up there and take a trip somewhere in the summer, spring and summer, it's going to cost more. When it's fall and winter, it's going to cost less because less people are traveling. Just like when it deals with your electric and your heat. Guess what? Heat and electric, magically, all of that goes up during the summer. Goes up during the summer. Right? Because, quote unquote, people are using it more. And then when you sit up there and look at it during the wintertime, in some instances, it goes up even higher, even though people are actually using certain things a lot less. Heat should not be going up in the summer because nobody's turning on heat. Everybody's using water and AC. Water and AC. So all of that fits directly in with, like the electric and the water and shit, right? Or at certain points, you'll have gas, right? Certain times in the summer, guess what? Gas is going to be going up. When they know that the weather is starting to lift and people can drive, gas prices start going up. When it's the winter time and they know people ain't really sitting up there traveling, guess what? Gas prices are going to be down. It's a game that they sit up there and play directly with the system, and that's what he's trying to tell her, and she don't even care. It's about me, 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 me. What have you done for me, and what have you done for me lately? So like I said, for a lot of guys out here, even if you do got the money, respectfully, don't do it. Because it's only your turn at this moment in time, and you're setting the next guy up for failure. So like I said, a lot of dudes out here, I'm just going to say for the average dudes that work a 9 to 5, skip the dudes that just got like thousands of dollars to sit up there and spend because they're going to do whatever it is that they want to do. But like I said, that money is going to be there now, but it ain't going to be there when they're 50, 60, 70, 80. So whatever it is, people just want to, do stuff now. For the average guy, don't be sitting up there feeding in egos. Don't be feeding in pride. Don't stop giving out all of these random comments that are not even asked for. Like, it's a lot of stuff. Just move around. Just move around. Focus on you. Like I said, I gave you 2 examples as to why it is, as a guy, if you got your own stuff going, why it is that you should just strictly be focused on you and building yourself up. Because no matter what you do, it is not going to be enough. So it's best that you focus on you, and then you decide when is the time that you want to go out here and look for who not and whoever, and you can sit up there and make the parameters or the specifications. Because all you're hearing out here is a lot of women making the parameters and the specifications, even though all of these parameters, they can't even give specifically to themselves. They're not sitting up there spending $1,500 on a pair of shoes realistic for themselves. They got a whole bunch of guys in line that have sat up there and spent money on them because those guys feel like they got a shot, or maybe those guys already had a shot and they're like, all right, well, this is the bartering system here. I got something from you. Let me sit up there and spend a little bit of money on you. Right. But like I said before, I need stuff to stay specifically in a place. If we got women that's strictly about money, stay with those money type of guys. Don't be trying to mess with ordinary dudes that you consider nice and all this. Stop doing that. Because you're going to mess up the game for the actual women that want to get married, that want to actually have kids. Because a lot of women that's about money, they'll mess with a nice guy to sit up there and just have something there. And then they'll sit up there and still continue on playing with like the trifling dudes and all the other dudes that got money and yada, yada, yada. Like I said, the game, everything is just, it's just jacked. It is jacked. Like I said, I don't know what to even tell people, you know, at this moment in time. The only thing I can sit up there and do is just try to inform guys and try to inform younger guys directly out here. Because again, I've told y'all and been honest before about situations that I've been in, and I've admitted that I've more than likely overlooked some red flags, and that anything that occurred, I had a part to play in it. That was my fault. Should have sat up there and been smarter. And because I have that knowledge, I would rather impart that to another guy. So I was like, yo, Seji, you know, he messed up right here. He was slipping, right? So now that you can like laugh at that experience and you understand the information I gave you, now you can carry that. So now you know red flags. Now you know certain things to look out for, and now you won't end up in the exact same predicaments that I've ended up in as a guy, right? Like I said, that's my, you know, the main thing that I'm trying to, you know, convey here, right? The only thing I can, you know, try to do is be as transparent as possible, try to convey, you know, information that people can actually apply into their everyday life and give examples so that people can follow and understand what it is that I'm stating. And, you know, and hopefully, you know, people will, you know, use that information, right? Let me just roll back up so I can catch everybody that's in the stream. Shout out to Sham, Gail, Mo directly in here. We got Queen of Sheba. We got Timothy in the building. Who else we got? We got Exodus. What is up? We got Pink. We got High Kicks to your teeth. Who else we got in here? We got Arthur Phoenix. What is up? Let me see. How would I pronounce your name? Let me see. Nastav? I feel like it's Nastav. Nastav or Nastav? I think it's Nastav. Sounds a little bit Russian. I'm not sure. Shout out to you. What is up? We got Lord G in the building. What is going on? What is up? Who else we got? We got Juju Hawkins. What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. Gail says Sedge is going to have folks single forever. No, it's like that's not even the thing. My thing is, I want people to be very cautious because, like I said, there were a lot of situations that, you know, I was in, and I could easily not even be here, right? And I would have rather not have guys or younger guys in those exact same circumstances, because like I said, for certain things I was lucky to make it out. I either made the right decisions or you know, what have you, or you know, the universe and God was just walking with me that day. I don't know. But I'm able to, you know, in a sense, be here and talk to you guys. So, you know, I feel at least at this point, you know, it's my goal and my job to inform people and to try to tell people, you know, what to look out for. If people want to be single, then people, you know, will be single. My main thing is be more cautious than what I was. Like I said, I've made dumb decisions. That's the only way I can, you know, just sit up there and describe it. No matter how educated I thought I may have been, I still inevitably ended up making dumb decisions, right? And that's on me, right? If there are two people directly in a relationship or a situation, I'm the other half of the problem if there is a problem. So I'm willing to acknowledge that and be aware of that enough to try to figure out a way to fix that situation or to try to prevent further situations, you know, from taking place. you know. So, you know, like I said, that's where you know, I'm basically at. And I've said the same exact things to women as well. So just, you know, Gail's been here long enough. She likes to, you know, say stuff, you know, every now and again. But Gail's, you know, she's been here long enough, so she know. But you know, I'm pretty much an equal opportunist when it comes to a lot of these things, and you know, I just try to make sure that people are as safe as possible. Because, like I told y'all before, as a content creator, I never want to be at a point in time where I have to do a story about y'all. I've had to do a story about, you know, friends or associates or whatnot, you know, directly on this platform, and I never, you know, ever wanted to be at a point, you know, do that. So, you know, like I said, that's what I'm, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Let me see. Oh, we got the breakdown as well. Let me see. You said that's right. Okay. So I did get the name right. Okay. You said I'm gonna send this to my guy friends. I'm gonna send this to my male friends. I tell them similar things, but it'll be more meaningful coming from a smart man. This is the thing. If there are women out here specifically telling guys to look out for certain things, let me tell you, much love, respect, and appreciation to you. Because the only women that I actually had in my life trying to make me aware of other women out here is two women, right? One is my mom, still here, still talk to her, and then the other is my aunt, right? And my aunt can specifically, you know, tell me these things because, you know, she loves, you know, women. So I have two different perspectives from two different women walking two separately different, you know, different lives. And they're imparting their information onto me, right? So that I can make better decisions as a young man growing up, so that I can carry those, you know, further, you know, in my life, and more than likely potentially pass on that same information along with my own experiences and living experiences, you know, onto other guys so that we can further that information. Right. Because I, you know, as I told people before, I feel that that's how information should be passed down. Women pass down a book of knowledge, or they should be passing down a book of knowledge, you know, to young girls so that they can carry that through, you know, their lives of becoming, you know, of young girls into young ladies, into, you know, full-fledged, you know, women. Right. And then those women will then carry that book and then give that to the next generation. Right. That's a way. Sorry, that was my alarm. That's a way to just make sure, you know, that everything will be everything, so that you know that you did everything possible as an adult to try to inform and put up some type of safe measures or safeguards, you know, so that somebody can, you know, walk straight through life and not be misguided, or really have to, you know, trip up or, you know, or anything like that. Right. So, you know, again, that's, you know, that's the main point. That's the main reason, you know, to do a lot of these videos and breakdowns and stuff like that. Timothy said, I'm just glad Sergi doesn't use black women like everyone else does. This is the thing that I've done, right? Let me highlight that. I'm glad you brought that up, right? Very great comment there. The main thing that I've done before is when I specifically did content, I really wanted to focus in on the black community, right? I would make sure to showcase us, to let people know, like, yo, this does exist. This is taking place. This is happening. And, you know, I would, you know, let out some critiques and whatnot about the specific video or the topic or what have you, right? And the thing that I've understood is that no matter how well or good intentioned your intent may be, you know, as a black content creator, people will always find a issue, right? Specifically with it. And when I would do this, it doesn't matter if it was, you know, black men or black women, I would get, you know, some feedback. And, you know, you would hear some loud voices in the comment section. You know, people wanted to decide to, you know, call me out, say this or that. And I'm like, so am I not, as a black man, am I not supposed to focus in on this? Am I not supposed to focus on the community and critique and give solutions on top of my critiques? Am I not supposed to do that? Am I supposed to just leave that up to other people of other nationalities and cultures to do it because you'll listen to them better than you would actually listen to me? Like, what specifically am I, supposed to realistically do? Right. And then I had to think back for a minute, and I had to come to a realization that when I critiqued or when I used examples of other nationalities, I, in a sense, didn't really get that type of feedback. Right. So if I did have a video about a woman or women and it was somebody else not of my community, then nobody was really saying anything. Even women of that community really wasn't saying much. I would actually have women of that community be like, hey, yo, look at this. Like, yo, technically, you are correct. I see your point. I do agree, yada. It was more of a constructive conversation. It wasn't, a scorched earth, type of situation that was taking place. Even if I would do videos of men of other communities, again, it would be more of a constructive conversation. It wouldn't be so much scorched earth, type of deals or people feeling a certain type of way and, all this other type of stuff. So, it's tough, right? You want to show that you care. You want to show that you are actually there, that you are actually present, that you can give some solutions. And some of those solutions may also be in a factual living experience of things that you have actually done. But again, no matter how well intentioned you may be for your people, people are going to have, issues and problems. And, it just is what it is. I've also learned that if you start focusing in on and doing more videos of women of other communities, that'll also be deemed as a negative as well, which is a little bit weird to me. I'm still, after all of these years of seeing comments, I'm still trying to figure out how did I even get to that point. But yeah, it is what it is. I've done everything from focusing on, my people, both men, women, young, elder, the community in general, to focusing in on other communities, their men and their women and their children, to talking about everybody in general. Like I said, I am a equal opportunist. It is what it is. If people, tend to look at the comment, I mean, not the comment, tend to look at the content as it is at this moment in time, I will tell you that it will more than likely look like I am just solely focused directly in on Black women. And, with that point of view and with the content given, I completely understand where people are directly coming from on that. But that also has to be added into the fact that I deleted about 2.2K videos from a 4 to 5 year span of the very first channel. But, again, even trying to add that directly in there, when you explain that, a lot of people not trying to hear that. They're like, oh, that's just excuses, whatnot. Let's focus in on, what you're doing, right now. So, you lose and you lose. That's that's pretty much, what I've grown to, understand. And speaking of which, I'm also glad that you brought up this comment because, funny enough, I do have a video dealing with a Black woman, but it's not the video that people actually expect. So if people actually give it a second, they'll, actually understand why.
Where are people working? What are y'all doing where you can afford basic life needs and necessities and still have your life and enjoy some part of your life? Like, I need to know what people are doing that I'm not doing because your girl is burnt the fuck out. Like, burnt out. I work a little part-time job. I do Lyft every single day. I take catering jobs here and there. And nothing to show for it. Like, not a thing. Not one. It's to the point where, like, I've cut out everything. I don't have my own place anymore. Haven't had my nails done in months. Haven't had my hair done in months. And I'm not saving. The bills that I do have is not stopping. It's like, what the fuck is going on? and like I see my friends like just living life. It's to the point I don't even really hang out with my friends anymore because I feel so low after hanging out with people. I feel like a loser, like a bum.
So this is going back. This is like the third time that you've heard a woman basically state, I'm comparing I'm comparing myself to other people's lives and their experiences. And the main thing that I've been stating is that women need to stop doing that. The moment in time that you decide to compare yourself to another woman, or you want to compare your status, you want to compare your relationship, you want to compare your children or your accolades, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure because you have a belief that automatically this expectation that they have or whatever their life is should automatically be you as well. And that's not how that works. Everybody's life is different. Whoever they deal with is different. Everything that they've done to get to that point is vastly different. It is unfair to yourself to decide to compare yourself to a whole other woman. You don't know what she had to do in order to get that money, in order to get those shoes, those dresses, in order to take those lavish trips. A lot of women are showing off so many things on social media, but they're not showing you what it is that they had to do in the dark in order to get that. This woman right here, she sounds pretty nice. She sounds pretty cool. You heard that she was like, hey, I haven't even had my nails done in a while. Right? So she's cutting back on certain things in order to save money. Right? She has her 40 hours. She also does Lyft. She also does some catering. So she is doing the things necessary. It's just not adding up money-wise. And the main thing that I told people some years before is that people need to start getting a whiteboard and writing down monthly, standard-wise, what your bills are, right? And then also on that same board, write down how much you specifically get consistently from your job and also maybe even side jobs. Right? Maybe we'll just work with the main job first, right? So on the whiteboard, you got everything, all of your costs, and then you have also what it is that you make every week or 2 weeks or monthly, depending on the type of job that people got, right? So then you look at that and you start doing the subtraction. Everything that you got to pay for every single month on a consistent basis that is a need, food, water, shelter, gas, stuff like that, things that are actual needs, and you subtract that directly from your paycheck, and then you see whatever it is that you have left, right? And then if you have like a side gig, side hustle, then you add that money in there, because again, the side hustle stuff is not really that consistent. The main job is consistent. The side job is not really that consistent, right? So again, after you have that answer from your main job and all of the necessities for every single month, now you put in whatever you make from the side hustle, and then you further subtract that, and then you start seeing what it is that you, in a sense, have left. A lot of times people just suffer from financial illiteracy. A lot of people don't know how to really cut out a lot of expenses. She might have Netflix. She might have Hulu. She might have Disney. Like whatever subscription services out there, she might have that. She might also like to eat out, every now and again. Trust me, that costs a lot of money. Eating out every single day, that costs a lot of money. That is not anything that is easy, right? Eating out costs more than eating out costs less than buying actual groceries, right? But the actual groceries that you pay is going to cost more, right, than you actually eating out from like a Uber or whatnot or whatever. But the meals that you can make can stretch for 5 days, if not more, depending on what it is that you cook, like a gumbo or a soup or something like that, right? So again, it sounds like she got certain things directly in order, but she's still going by how it is that other women are living their lives, their perception of happiness. That's why she stated, she was like, yo, I start to feel low. I start to feel like a bum. Like, there's no reason to feel like a bum. You're doing everyday adulting. You're doing the most of what it is that you are able to sit up there and do. It's like, all right, you couldn't really survive having the place that you have by yourself. So you got rid of that, and now you either moved in with friends or family. That happens. It ain't no reason to sit up there and feel low. You just got to sit up there and start building back up, reeing up your money, and then, going back up there better than what you were previous. That's all it was. That just means that you weren't as prepared as you should have been. It ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't no reason to sit up there and feel low. It ain't. Like I said, I need more women out here to start actually investing more time and energy in themselves. I took a look at her platform, and she has quite a bit directly on TikTok. She could also be making money off of social media. She has a nice following. She has a nice following base directly up there. She could easily monetize herself. And this is something that I told a lot of you guys before. A lot of people out here could actually monetize themselves. People have interest in stories. People are going through like the military. People might actually have some relationship stories, such as maybe like dealing with like divorce proceedings, or, raising kids, whatever it is. I keep telling people, figure out what is special about you that you can put specifically out there in order to monetize you. Because the main thing I'm tired of is everybody else being able to make money off of you. Like I said, go anytime, for all the adults that are in here, anytime you get mail, you got the straw man directly on the front cover. You got your name in all caps, from the first to the middle, if you got one, to your last name. All that in all caps. We all know that is not our name. That is not how we were ever taught to write our name. In the moment in time that we tried that in school, we were told that we were wrong. You capitalize the first, you capitalize the middle of the first, and you capitalize the first letter of your last. That's it. Those are all the capitals that you got directly in there. Anything else is wrong. So again, you got entities out here able to make money off of you in front of your face. Your job is making money directly off of you. Insurance is making money directly off of you. Your bank is sitting up here making money off of you, and others are making money off of you, but you. So like I said, sit down, try to figure out something that is special about you, and figure out how to monetize that. I don't care if you know how to cook, if you know how to crochet, if you know how to sew, if you know how to repair shoes, if you know anything about electronics, childcare, or specific needs of a child that has specific needs like autism or what have you. Again, you can monetize a lot of things. And again, that will be another side income for her, like a few hundred every single month, on top of the other two side hustles that she listed, which was the catering and also doing Lyft, on top of the main job. Right? Like I said, multiple, fields of income. But let's continue.
They're hanging out with people, because I'd be like, my friends, like, they travel a lot. All of them travel a lot, can come and go as they please, shop. Like, a busy day to them is going to get their lashes and their nails done, and going to Target and going to get groceries or something, and then going to get a cocktail. Like, that's a busy day for them. And after I hang with them, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I have to, when I spend money to do anything to enjoy myself or on myself, like, I really have to think and put thought into it. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, I see people out, like right now, I'm doing Lyft right now, and I just see people like out going to brunch and going to day parties, and I'm doing Lyft. Like, as an adult, I've literally had one job that's paid a livable wage, and livable wage to me is like I could pay all of my bills really with one paycheck and still have enough money to do things I wanted to do and live my best life. But now, I don't know what's going on in my life. Like, I feel like I chose the want to live my dreams, the creative route, and I wasted so much time, and I should have went to be a nurse or something, or got a corporate job or something, because now life sucks for real. Like, I don't enjoy anything about life. Like, I really never have, for the most part, like, as a whole. But life is not enjoyable to me, like, nothing about it. Like, I just get up every day and like just exist and do the things that I feel like I need to do. I go to work and then I go home get up the next day and do the same thing. Like, I'm just existing. Like, I don't know. Even with catering, like, getting a legit client is so far in between. Like, people will have you, they'll ask you a bunch of questions. I'll put together like a beautiful ass menu, a quote, invite and stuff, and then maybe nothing will come of it, or you chasing people down to pay, or it's just like, and it gets to be not worth it. And that's something that I enjoy, and it makes me hate it because I do need the money. So if you reaching out to me and I'm putting in the work and then nothing comes of it, that shit is frustrating. I don't know, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I don't know, what is everybody doing? Like, where you can afford to live life? Like, if I didn't have my car, which I'm so grateful for my car, like, I would literally be so lost. Like, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. But nobody else really cares, so I decided to make a video. And I get tired of hearing your time is coming, it's gonna be all right, your time coming soon, da 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 da. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. So I don't know, are other people going through this?
So you heard what she said, right? And one of the main comments I wanted to highlight from her video was the one underneath where, let me see, I got to get rid of the banner because I can't properly see it. They said, one woman said, I went and got a trade. You have to increase your skill to make more money. These low skilled jobs are not it anymore. And that's the main thing that a lot of men have also told other men. You can't just like stay at a standard issue job expecting that you're going to make buku bucks and you're just going to be like this rich guy. You're just going to be that guy. It's like, no, you got to go out here and get some skills. You got to get some things that's going to be lifelong, right? Being able to work in retail, that's not lifelong, because it's like, yeah, you got the experience, but if nobody wants to hire you, even though you got the experience, now you're out. So you didn't work, retail your whole life and nobody wants to take you because magically they'll say like, oh, well, you've been in retail for like 15 years, but for us, you're overqualified, which is the most craziest thing to ever hear at a job, to have a job say that you're just overqualified. Just say that you just don't want to hire nobody. Just say that. Just say that you don't want to hire somebody and pay them specifically what it is that they're worth, and that you will take somebody with less experience that you might have to train for a few months to a year just so that you can sit up there and pay them less. Just say that. Like I said, I respect honesty. I hate it. I hate when jobs and whatnot just strictly lie to people. There's no reason to do that. We live in a reality. Stop lying to people. Just go out there and, and tell the truth. And I want to also state that this is some of the things, that guys have tried to tell people. It's like, hey, it is tough out here. Everything, that we tend to do, it's not, sugar and gumdrops. It is like, it's stressful. You're not going to have time to yourself. You're not really going to have, money to yourself. Money is going to be stretched, very, very thin. It don't, all that glitters is not gold. So, again, here we are. But there's a lot of things that she can do in order to stretch or further her money. One of which, she don't need to go out with her friends. And I've told people that before. Yo, a lot of people got to be cool and fine with just being by themselves. Like, if you're working on building and you're working on trying to facilitate means of making more money, yo, it's going to be a lonely road. It's going to be a lonely journey. You can throw, a couple of like highs and whatnot online to people, talk to them on the phone. You don't need to sit up there and go out, because every time when people go out, that's when a lot of money is going to be leaving your bank account. The moment in time you go out, so your money leaves. The moment in time you stay in the house, you're saving money. So, again, there's a multitude of ways that the system of which we live in will create a means of which that you'll have an avenue of which your money is just going directly out of your wallet, out of your bank account, out of your pocket, right? Out of your savings. And that's another way right there, right? She's saying that, she's lonely. She feels like a bum. She had to give up this and that. And that she, wants to go out and, she really can't, in a sense, afford to. It's like, yo, just stay home. It is okay to stay at home. And the moment in time that you staying at home, yo, start looking some stuff up. Start watching some creative videos. Start seeing what other opportunities may be out there for the specific skill set that you have. And again, if you don't have that skill set, like the comment under her post said, like, hey, I went back to, to go re-up on some skills. You should do the same. Follow that advice. Follow that advice. She said that, she should have probably became, a nurse. She can go back to school and do that. She can be a certified nurse. It'll take her a minute to become registered. I forgot, what was it? You got certified, licensed, and then you got registered. I think I might be missing one. I think it's 4 steps, but I'm trying to remember from my mom specifically. But I know those are like at least three steps there. So she can easily get her certification. That wouldn't even, take her that long. They have a lot of nursing assistant programs. I think, what would that be? That'd be a CNA, certified nursing assistant. Yeah, they got a lot of CNA programs out here for women to go to. I'm pretty sure that she can probably get like a grant or a loan. They do have grants out there for women. I think I might have done some videos trying to introduce women to the variety of different grants that they have that women can specifically apply for, and they are for, women, ain't for nobody else. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff out here. She just has to do her due diligence. That's it. That's all you have to sit up there and do. Due diligence, stay focused, don't get emotional. That's all you have to sit up there and do. Don't fall into the trap of looking at, oh, look at what my friends are doing on IG. Look at their relationship. Look at them on a yacht. Look at them in Jamaica. Look at them in Hawaii. Stop doing that. Like I said, you're putting an unfair expectation on yourself by trying to compare your life and what it is that you can do to what other people are specifically doing. Again, everybody is different. Everybody, how people got to a certain, line is different. Like I said, she sounds like a pretty nice person. She just needs to do a little bit, more work, a little bit more, push, and she just needs to stay, specifically focused. Yo, we got Solo in the building. What is up? What is up? What is up? Let me see. Solo says she'll never be happy comparing herself to other people. Facts. Timothy said that's sad when a Target run is an outing. Yeah. You also said don't be a trucker. You'll afford more, but you won't be able to enjoy it. I mean, I will say, like, if you own your own truck, I'm not saying like, an 18-wheeler, but if you own your own truck and you're doing stuff, let's say like locally or whatnot, you'll have money to, you'll have time to actually like spend that money because you can just make your own hours and, and different stuff like that. Because I've seen, a few videos, but I do know what you're specifically talking about when it deals with truckers. Truckers are all over the, the United States going to and from any and everywhere for hours, on it. So I do know what you're talking about in that aspect. Sham said, yeah, nursing for a registered nurse is only 2-year education. If you want to teach or do higher, then you go to a 4-year, but the hospitals will pay for the 4 years if you get in. That's dope. That's dope. Vincent Taylor said, what is up, Seji? What is up, chat? What is up? What is up? Timothy said, local drivers don't make much more than a 9 to 5. That is interesting. That is interesting. Well, maybe that might depend on the states, though. Because, like let's say like Uber, for instance, right? I'm just trying to, just figure some stuff out. I've understood and learned that in certain cities, Uber costs more than others, right? And in some instances, the further that you are from the city, the less it is. The more you are in the city or near it, it costs, a lot more as well. So it's like, it seems like that would potentially be something similar to that as well. Like if you have a city that has a lot of businesses and whatnot, and you have like maybe some deals that you have, because one of the brothers that I watch by the name of JT Hustle, who now goes by JT Automations, he covers stuff dealing with the the trucking industry, and he has people that work in those fields, that do to and from jobs around the city and whatnot, and they make some pretty decent money. Of course, it's not going to be like an 18-wheeler where you're carrying like large loads across country, and you got maybe some contracts, you got like a dispatcher and and stuff like that, but it's decent enough where you're able to pay your bills, and you can afford to take breaks if you want to, and you're still in the same state. But again, I'm just going by the information that I got from JT Automations, and some of the brothers that he had up there explaining what it is that they do. Timothy said, I'm on my way to owning an 18-wheeler this summer. Hey, all right, congratulations. Like I said, that is stuff that I love to hear. Like I said, the moment in time we got people just upgrading out here, that is a dope celebration. It wasn't too long ago we had Nini, who was a moderator on a platform. She had graduated from school. I forgot what she was going into. Was she going in for nursing? I forgot what it was, because it was some years back, but she had just had graduated. Like I said, congratulations to anybody that's about to graduate, that may be in school right now, seeking a school, or about to get what it is that they were working for so long. Congratulations to you. Just in case I might not get a chance to specifically tell you. Stav said, something that helped boost my life is to collaborate and team up with like-minded people. You can exalt one another. I'm a designer and became a team with my friend who is a software engineer. Let me just highlight that. Let me just put that directly out there. And that's something I've listed to people as well. Like, if you just so happen to find like-minded people, you can get a lot more things done versus it just being you. Of course, if it's just you, if it's, if anything falls down, of course, you're going to, take the blame for it. If success happens, of course, you're going to sit up there and, take everything that comes directly with that. But if you can just so happen to find a like-minded person that's directly in the same field, or y'all can, formulate a symbiotic relationship, it's like, that's less work that, in a sense, that you have to do for you, and that's less work that the other person also has to do as well. And then those two halves come together, and you can formulate something very grand. So that is a very great point right there. Shem said, yeah, big money comes from cross-country truckers. In Wisconsin, truckers are heavily needed, so local truckers don't do too bad here. Tim said, you talking about hot shots? They do make decent money as long as their cost is manageable. Okay, that's what it's called. It's called hot shots. Okay. See, I don't know the specific terms. A lot of y'all, y'all the truck drivers, y'all in the industry, so you guys tend to have all of these words and definitions, and stuff like that. Tim said, oh yeah, Seji, me and my crew started a podcast. It's a slow start, but we doing something. All right. Hey, all right. That's what I'm talking about. What's the what's the name of the podcast? Or what's what platform are y'all on? Are you on like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, IG? Like, let me know what y'all on. Let me know what you guys are on. And again, for a lot of other people that are watching, it's only 29 people. Again, if you got something, you said what? Spotify right now. Hold up for the name. Okay, I got you. You said if I'm sorry. For the people that's here, again, if you have something very specific, about you, figure out what that is. And see if you can find a way to monetize that specific thing about you. Again, if you happen to go into social media and stuff like that, the worst thing that you can do is put an unnecessary and unfair expectation on yourself and feel that you should already be at a certain place. Don't set yourself up for failure. That's a good way to end something. The best way to go about it is to just look at it and go by it day by day, step by step. That's the best way to realistically go about it. You don't, in a sense, have expectations like that. Now, you can set up, certain goals for yourself. That is completely fine and completely cool to keep you on that chase, right? So let's say if you got a podcast or you have a YouTube, channel, right? You got certain goals that you want to meet, right? You may want to have like 50 subscribers, let's say within 30 days. That's not bad. You could easily potentially manage to do that. It just depends on how much you want to specifically put in, or maybe you want to put out a certain amount of videos or audio directly out of there. Again, don't have unnecessary and unfair expectations on yourself, but it is completely cool and all right to have goals for yourself so that you got something to keep consistently, chasing directly after. So, like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation to any and, all people out there that got something going, that's working on a side hustle, job, furthering their education, getting a brand new skill, working on an idea, dreaming of something. Like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation. Chances are very great you are going to, get a lot of the things that you were looking for and asking for. You just got to have, the goal. You got to have the drive, the tenacity. You got to have that moxie. I don't know why I like that word, but you got to have some moxie about you. And, you can go out there and, and get that and whatnot. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling about some of the videos that we showcased here today? I know some people might be, either listening at work or, or whatnot, but let me know something. We're just waiting for the name of Timothy's podcast at the moment. Hack said, "Oh, yo, what's up, Hack? What's going on? Said, chilling, good vids. Thank you. I saw, I don't think is Ty up here? Because I'm trying to figure out. I think I saw Ty online playing Power World. I'm like, yeah, I want to know how far he got. Because Ty is always talking some mess. I think I saw one of y'all mentioning who was that mentioning Tekken? Hold on, let me go back up here. I did see somebody mentioning Tekken. It wasn't Lord, it wasn't Arthur. Let me see. I know I saw it somewhere up here. Let me see, it wasn't Exodus. I saw it for a brief second. It wasn't Mo. Let me see. Yo, I know I saw somebody mention Tekken up here. Wait, am I slipping? Because I think I saw something up there mentioned about Kuma, but I was in train of thought. How kicks yourself? My friend for 20 years pulled a weapon on me. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're here. Oh, it's Timothy. Okay, so yo, Seji, got that Tekken 8 is popping. I got to get my Kuma and Steve up though. The controls is different. Yeah, I've heard that from quite a few people. When it deals with Tekken and how their characters are basically rolling. I saw some stuff with Jack 6. I was like, all right, I see it out here. You said it's called DJ Kanto Hattori on Spotify. Okay, I got you. Let me see that. Let's see if I can type that in. I got you, Hack. Hold on. Let me just type this in, brother. Let me see. DJ Kanto Tori. I did pronounce that right. Yeah, Tori. OR. Let's see. When I typed that in, I automatically got TikTok as. Yo, do you got a TikTok as well? Yeah. This has to be you because I'm looking. It says music producer and trucking. Goju Ryu, karate, judo. I thought the brother was Samoan at first. I'm like, yo, this man's Samoan. He might be related to The Rock. Thought this man was Samoan real quick. If that's you. Let me see if will they give me the, because you said it was Spotify, right? Oh wait. Okay, you said that wasn't you. Okay. Because yeah, as soon as I typed in the name, they instantly set up there and show like TikTok up there. I'm like, oh shit, Master Brother replying. This man already got a what's the name up there? Let me see. I see SoundCloud. I see Stream Ghost of. Why don't they give me the Spotify though? That's crazy. Okay, you say he's the main host of the podcast. Okay, I got you. Let me see why they don't. That's crazy though. They won't give me. I'm gonna sit up there and continue looking for it. It's crazy that they won't give me the what's the name for that though. What did Hack said? Power Up meme. Your Discord says you have a look. Oh Lord, let me see this real quick. Let's see what's going. Hopefully, I don't actually need to sign in. I don't think I do. It should just have me logged in. Didn't I just say go to Discord? Let me see. So again, much love, respect, and appreciation. Also, good afternoon to everybody. That is currently in the stream at this moment in time. Much appreciation. I finally found you. I was looking for you. Oh, the penguin. What's going on here? yeah. That's power, right? Yeah. That is Power World right there. Talking about drug dealing. Oh man, that is hilarious. Tippy was like, I knew you was gonna roll in here. I knew he was gonna roll it. That's all that needed to be said. Somebody that looked like they related to The Rock. Here come Tippy. Here come Tippy. Who's related to The Rock? Woke up out of her deep slumber. As soon as she heard it, was like, is that a cousin of Roman Reigns? Is that somebody from The Shield? Like just hyped. Just completely hyped. Wasn't leaving a comment about nothing else in the stream, just that part. That is something. Pink said, "Hey, what is up? Timothy said you should check out the SHOT Show this year. Yo, what is that? What's the SHOT Show? I'm not too well up on some of these things that you guys are mentioning. I need to further educate myself on some of these things because I do not know what that is. Wait, announcements. We got 79. Protecting against Discord scams. Okay. Wait, did I really do 79 live streams? We probably actually, because I deleted the other one. So yeah, we probably are actually on about 79, but at this moment in time, it's just 62. So yeah, it probably is about 79. Let me see what we got. Hey, much love, respect, and appreciation. Wait, how long ago was this? 9 a.m. Is that 9 a.m. to? Oh, okay. That was back in December. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, somebody just did that. I'm like, that's crazy. Let me see. Tippy starts laughing. Tim said firearms, knives, protective gear, convention yearly in Vegas. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I'll probably if they got a YouTube channel, I can just so happen to check that out. Timothy said try Anchor for the podcast. Okay, let me see. Let me do that. Because that was throwing me off. I was really trying to find this real quick. I'm like, yo, where's this at? Let me see. Let's go to Anchor real quick. Nationwide is on your side. I forgot Anchor is I think Anchor is a part of Spotify. So I think I would just have to open up Spotify. And then from there, I can go and type in the name. All right, let me see. Okay, yeah, I think I found the podcast. I got about how many episodes? I think I got like 2. Is it 2 episodes up there? 2 or 3? I think the latest one was August 2023, I think that's it. Sham said, did you hear that they arrested Killer Mike? Yeah, I saw the clips after he received like his Grammys. I think he got like 3 that night, and then he got arrested. Some people were saying that something happened within the Grammys. He hit somebody, but then other people were saying like the charges are unrelated and they're like minor charges. So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on here. And it's a lot of craziness. Okay, so you said that is the one. Okay, so yeah, let me hit the follow button directly up on that one. All right, I got you. So I'm following y'all directly up on there. So yeah, Tippy. So if you happen to go look at the podcast, one of the guys there, I thought he was like Samoan. So there you go, Tippy. Because Tippy always sitting up here like, where are all the Samoan guys? So there you go. Another clip that I did put together. I am going to put this on IG. I can't show you the mother and daughter that's fighting in school. Can't even show you that one, and I can't show you the other video. But I'm going to put up those 2 videos. I put up on IG. Can't even put those up, directly on here. Let me see. Is this the one I'm looking for with Kanye on it?
Sometimes it's not that I'm not bright. Like
it's not that. Let me see. Open.
We love y'all. Some things.
That's crazy. So I didn't download this? Huh. Oh, one interesting video. Matter of fact, I do have another interesting video here. Right? So let's just play this real quick.
For the tab, and I gave you the tab, and you like to pay for it, you never paid.
I never paid.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Positive.
You want to go look on that table again, my friend? And you'll see a $20 bill sitting right there that had a tip for you. But yeah, you can get my change. Yeah, you can get my change. Yeah, that's fine. You can get my change.
All right, that's fine.
See, you were so focused on us, you couldn't focus on the task.
Whatever. It really doesn't matter.
Man, you were being a little weird. Give people space. Damn, you just made an ass out of yourself.
So the main thing that happened there, right? So let me just fly back to the beginning, right? So the brother there had paid for his tab, because I've done this at diners before, where I usually just use card though. So the brother paid for his tab and he left the money. That's the normal, diner etiquette. Like you can just, pay, and when they pick up the plate and whatnot, they got the money and everything, right? So you see the guy directly here, the worker directly in the green. Let me just mute this so we can play it. And he's basically explaining to the brother, he was like, yo, you didn't sit up there and pay your tab. You just basically, walked out after you ate, trying to basically check the guy, right? And the brother was like, are you sure? Are you very sure? Right? And he was like, yo, I left it directly right by the plate. And as you see the receipt went to his left hand, and in his right hand, you see the money for the food. And the brother was explaining to him, he was like, yo, man, you were so focused directly on us, you didn't even look for the actual money. And then you see the dude catching the attitude. He was like, man, whatever, it's not even that serious. No, yes, it is. It is. Because you literally walked outside of the restaurant claiming that he didn't pay for his bill, trying to check him. But then he came back in and he's recording and he's showing you like, yo, I paid for my meal. And he's like, man, just give me my money back. Just give me the change. Give me all that. So you ain't getting no tip. You ain't getting nothing. Like I said, I would be asking for a straight refund. I'm like, yo, just refund me my meal. Just run me back my money. Because you wanted to sit up here and claim that I didn't pay for my food. You wanted to just take this to a whole nother level. No problem. Give me back my money. Just give me back my money. That's exactly what I would sit up there and be saying. Because like I said, it's crazy to me to see people go out on a limb and decide to do something like this, knowing that they're dead in the wrong. And that dude was in the wrong. And he knew he was in the wrong. But he couldn't even own up to it. He couldn't even say, you know what, sir, I apologize. I was incorrect. I was wrong. And, next time I will make sure to, look for the money. He could have just did that. He didn't even have enough sense. He didn't even have enough within himself just to admit that he was wrong. And like I said, this is the problem with society. This is the problem with a lot of people, directly out here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tippy said, I guess they agreed on giving survivors 138 million, 183 million. Yeah. It is what it is. I've had to basically learn, certain things that I watched another content creator, basically talk about that subject, and they stated that they inevitably had an issue with their video and it was taken down. And I'm like, wow, so you can't even talk about what's in the news? Like they just really, took that down over. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You can't even just, I'm like, no problem. So we're gonna mention it and not really mention it at the same time. But like I said, America will tell you that they don't have money in order to repay what is owed to the ancestors of slavery. But like I said, it is what it is. Everybody out here, everybody else is out here winning. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You just got to sit up there and go out there and get it yourself. But this is the problem. The moment in time when you have Black people here in America decide to do for themselves, other people are going to start to see that camaraderie and people gathering together and actually working with one another, and they're going to step in and try to break that apart. They'll be like, oh, why don't we all work together? Why don't we all do this? Why don't we all do that? We can all share in this progress. No. Everybody been saying for the longest time that Black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, need to start working on their communities and building up. But the moment in time Black people start doing it, now people got a problem with it. Like I said, people gotta start calling a lot of this stuff out. It's shenanigans. It is straight shenanigans. But this is something else dealing with the Grammys that I wanted to cover as well. This is also going directly on with the name. So I'm going to start you off going back in time, right? This is when Kanye West basically had his villain arc, right? So this is where we are going to start. And we're going to see what we have at this moment in time in 2024. Got to realize this moment. Kanye, who is not the fiance or the husband, he has not fathered any of Beyonce's kids. He is the man standing up for Beyonce on stage in front of everybody, right? He literally took the mic from Taylor Swift, America's Sweetheart. It was like, you know what, Taylor, what you did was good, but Beyonce had the greatest of all time. She's the one that should be up here. She's the one that should deserve this, not you. You did good, but it ain't Beyonce good, right? So let's
love y'all,
right? So remember, America's Sweetheart, right? Villain arc. Everybody started really hating Kanye at that moment, right? Really just started hating that dude. And because of that moment, you had from years later, people were still trying to bring up that Kanye and Taylor Swift moment, right? So for me, the way that I feel about it is this was actually beneficial to Taylor because it kept her name, in a sense, relevant. When nobody was really looking for her, nobody was really talking about her like that, it kept that relevant because anytime they wanted to talk about her during like some years after that, they made sure to bring up that moment. And they also showed that footage and replayed it, right? Like I said, the media will do certain types of things in order to gain a certain type of sympathy, right? In order to show a person as a type of victim and so on and so on and so on, right? So remember, Kanye back during that time decided that he wanted to defend Beyonce, right? So now we got Jay-Z in 2024. Let's see what Jay-Z got to say.
We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right, at least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't got to clap at everything. Obviously it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
So remember, Jay-Z just basically pulled a Kanye, right? This is the main thing that people always talked about Kanye, like, oh, we don't know what he's going to say. He says all of these, radical and all these other types of things at whatever time he feels like saying it, right? And remember how Jay-Z and Beyonce had disassociated themselves after that moment, and many others, away from Kanye, right? And if you go back farther enough and you look at that one moment where Kanye took the mic from Taylor Swift during the VMAs, I think if I remember correctly, Beyonce wanted to bring Taylor Swift or whatnot directly up there and try to, give a sorry or something like that. Like I said, but here we are. As Jay-Z stated, she has more Grammys than anybody else in the room, but yet she has never had Album of the Year. She got 30 something. I think wasn't it 30 something? Let me go back to that real quick. Let me see that. Let me see.
It's music and it's opinion based, but some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
Okay, he didn't list the number. I think it was like either 30, in between like 20, 23 or 30, 33. Either which way, she has more Grammys than a lot of other people directly in that room. Somebody actually has a post and a picture directly on Twitter to basically, prove that. And he is correct. It's like, how do you got all these Grammys, but you've never in your musical career ever had Album of the Year? It doesn't make sense. Like, you're telling a person like, yeah, you make great music, but your album just ain't that. What? That don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's like trying to continuously call somebody a one-hit wonder. But it's like, you're not going to be a one-hit wonder every single year on the billboards, continuously, videos, No, that's not a one hit. So obviously there's some type of, consistency there. But my main point is this. Kanye was the main one to stand up for Beyonce. No matter how it is that he did it, he did what he felt directly, what he knew and what he felt directly in his heart. People disassociated themselves directly from him, all to circle back around and do the exact same thing Kanye did, just, on their own terms. So remember, Kanye did it first. That's the main point. Like I said, Jay-Z has been in the record industry for a very, very long time. He could have been shouted out Beyonce. He could have did a Kanye and gone on tour and brought this up a multitude of times and really stirred up some stuff. He opted and decided not to. He just waited for this moment to decide to bring this up for whatever reason. I have no clue why, but that's what he decided to do. I feel like it's a little bit too late to realistically do that, just to be honest. Because I'm like, this you're in the music industry too. This is your wife. This is the love of your life. This is the woman who gave you your beautiful daughter, right? This is the woman that's been with you for a very, very long time. You should have been standing on this for a very long time. But, it is what it is. But again, Kanye did it first. But let's continue because Kanye has a point.
The truth.
A good one. Here we go. Sometimes I'm just not right now.
Wait, let me rewind and make sure I got it correct.
Sometimes it's not that I'm not right. Wait for it. Watch it. I got a good one. Here we go. Sometimes I'm just not right now. It's not right now. It's not that you're not right. It's just not right now. So
you're too ahead of us. Okay? You're too ahead of us.
And I have to be here because that's not a good thing to be too ahead, because what do you do then? You lose the audience.
Yeah.
And he's correct. Shout out to Miss Armstrong. What is up? What is up? What is up? And he is correct. The moment in time that you decide that you want to, put stuff out there or tell people, stuff before it happens or takes place or whatnot, you're going to lose a lot of people. Because a lot of people are like, hey, we're here. We're not in the future. We're trying to, walk together on this journey to get to the future. We're not trying to just know about the future before we're, in a sense, even there. You're going to lose a lot of people. And he is correct. So back when he did the whole thing with Taylor Swift, he lost a lot of people. A lot of people wanted to disassociate themselves. A lot of people didn't want to speak on Kanye, didn't want to say anything really about him. And then as the times kept going, more and more people started to basically space themselves out from Kanye because of the things that he was saying and whatnot. So yeah, the man has a point. Man has a very, very, very valid point. On top of the fact, I'm not sure if anybody's seen the clips of Taylor Swift accepting a Grammy from Celine Dion and how the lack of acknowledgement took place. Let me tell you something. Even if I was a rapper and I was supposed to sit up there and get a Grammy, I'm going to sit up there and give a shout out to Celine Dion. It's not even a part of like the same area. It's just due to the simple fact I grew up listening to like Titanic and hearing that song. Like she was belting during that time. Like she was there. She also has some other songs too. But Titanic is one of those main iconic songs that you would always hear, especially if you ever had a childhood and you woke up at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning during those infomercials, and 9 times out of 10 Celine Dion was the main one to sit up there and wake you up out of your sleep. It's like, oh, like what's that? Oh, it's the music commercial. And then you would hear Luther here, and you start to hear all of that, right? But yeah, it's like I said before, the lack of acknowledgement. I'm trying to see if I can actually get the clip for you guys real quick. I gotta look around my screen. Where's my other window here? Is that it? Okay, that's the Twitter right there. Let me see here. See if I can actually get that for you. Then you had J-Lo directly up there. Oh man, thank the Lord I don't have the window up, because that Meg Thee Stallion clip would have just ended me. Oh man, that would have ended me right there. This is why oh boy, that would have been something right there. Let me see, where is Celine Dion? Let me see. I didn't actually keep that one up there. Yeah, there we go. Celine Dion. Because right now they're trying to clean up for Taylor Swift. You know, at this moment, that's an 8-second clip. Where's the longer clip? Directly up here. Let me see. Let me see if I can just get this for you. Cause it's like, yo, it's a little bit weird to me that you can hug like other people and whatnot, and then you got an icon such as like Celine Dion that gives you, like I said, she's a legend. She's an icon, and she's handing you something. To not even acknowledge that, like you're not even like freaking out or like nothing. I'm like, yo, that's crazy to me. I'm like, yo, I get it. You got your award and whatnot or whatever, but yo, what is happening in these? Wait, let me just make sure I'm putting up the right video. We ain't trying to make no mistakes. All right, there we go. Right. So you see Taylor Swift, and at one moment you see her basically look over the girl with the blue dress like shoulder and whatnot. And then she just takes the what's the name from Celine Dion as if she wasn't even there. Like I said, a lot of people in the comment section were like, oh, well, this is her moment. You know, she was in shock. This giving a whole bunch of excuses. Now, I promise you, let that have been a black artist that did that to Celine Dion. There would be no excuses. People wouldn't be like, oh, you know, she was just excited. She was just this. She was just, nah, son. Like I said, you was doing that hug tough, and then you looked over. I know you saw the award in that woman's hands, and then you're still looking over. Hold on, let me roll that back. And then, let me just roll that back, right? So you see her doing this, and you see her look over. Look at that. Celine Dion, Taylor Swift. You're looking directly at the person. You're looking directly in that area. You're not going to tell me that Celine Dion is translucent, that she was just magically see-through at that moment, and Taylor Swift was just so blinded by the joy and excitement that she didn't even notice that Celine Dion was there, right? Because after that, she then moves over. She goes to get the award, but then she's still looking at the girl. Word? And then she goes and still grabs the award, not even giving any type of acknowledgement to Celine Dion. Again, a legend, an icon, right? Somebody else was doing this before Taylor Swift was even thought of or born. And then she still takes the award. The camera is panning, right? You see Celine Dion, she's just clapping and looking to the side like, okay, you know, you got your award or whatnot. Taylor Swift looking directly down after getting the award, looking directly down at the award. And then she turns, and then she walks directly over to the mic. And it's like, you have to be kidding. Like, yo, like I said before, I don't like certain people. Like when you decide to do stuff like that, is crazy. Like Celine Dion was accepting. It was like back in like the 90s or something, back when Whitney Houston was still around. There's footage up there where Celine Dion was about to accept a music award or something like that. She was on a carpet or whatnot or whatever. And I think she heard Whitney Houston on the television giving a performance at the award show. And she was like, hold on. She literally stopped the interview. And she was like, hold on. Do we have a way to turn this up? I want to hear this. I want to listen to this. And she literally stopped that interview, stopped everything to sit down in a chair and watch Whitney Houston perform. That's greatness, acknowledging greatness. Like I said, Celine Dion could have just been like, okay, do her normal, talk on the carpet and all this. She acknowledged Whitney Houston. Understand what I'm saying? That's what legends do. That's what great people do. Taylor Swift, yeah, that's tough right there. I don't know how you're gonna, really fight those allegations. Like I said, you might have won against the dude who was doing the AI generated stuff. That's cool. No problem. That was on him. But these allegations right here, nah. Like I said, that's crazy to me. That's 100% crazy to me. And then afterwards, they wanted to show some pictures with Taylor Swift and Celine Dion. Nah, son, You should have did all of that stuff that you was doing. You should have did that at that moment. I done seen too many celebrities acknowledge a legend or somebody that gave them an award or whatnot or whatever. It's happened in rap too many times. It's happened especially amongst black singers and artists. Too many times. But like I said before, when you got somebody like a Taylor Swift out here, she can just do whatever it is that she wants to, because like they trying to do right now, they consider Taylor Swift the king of pop. Right? Isn't that what they had? That was the conversation, or that was the listing on the article or whatnot. They were trying to say that she was basically more legendary or whatnot than Michael Jackson, like some crazy stuff. I'm like, man. But I'm like, y'all wasn't doing this when Michael Jackson was alive, though. You would never write nothing like that when Michael Jackson was alive, irregardless of how the media feels about him. They would never write it when that man was alive. They will make sure to write some stuff like that when you're not here, though, when you can't defend yourself. Crazy. It is crazy. Man. Timothy said, you can't go to Vegas without seeing Celine Dion. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. Now I know she has like health problems and stuff like that she's going through right now. So I'm not sure, how that's going forward, at this moment. Hack said, I play the Titanic theme when I'm driving around the ocean floor using a game. This dude. Oh, man. Wow. That's crazy. That man said, PC people are something else. Yeah, it's like, yo, that's crazy. Celine Dion is a legend. Legend. Like I said before, even if you don't know any other songs, everybody know the Titanic thing. Like that theme, if you were there during the 90s, there was not a place you could not go where that song was not playing. That song was everywhere, including the radio. I remember hearing that waiting in a Burger King drive-thru. I'm like, oh, snap, that's Celine Dion playing. I'm like, that's crazy. That's back in the day when they actually used to play music in the drive-thru. I know a lot of people might not have remembered that or might not have ever, experienced that. But, yeah, that was the thing. Like I said, crazy times, guys. Crazy times. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let me see. Do I got another video? I might have another video. Oh, yes. We got another video. Let's take a look at this, guys. Wait. This is a clip that I had on IG, right? So I want people. I want to make sure So let me just set y'all up. Let me just let y'all know, right? So you have this guy. I'll just say like he's more than likely a Republican. He decided to state that if there was a black man that's a pilot, somebody needs to double or triple check to make sure that he's certified. To make sure that he's really actually supposed to be here. So let's just listen to what he got to say.
Point that I was making is everybody missed it, is that DEI creates worse people, and it creates a generation or a country to think in a way that we otherwise would not have thought, or that I never would have had that thought growing up. But when you prioritize the hiring of race and your life is in suspension at 35,000 feet, you say, boy, I hope he's qualified. I hope that's not a diversity hire.
So I want people. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute it right there. Right now, I said Happy Black History Month. Right, you got a video here. Yeah, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, so you got all these black pilots directly right there. Right, beautiful sight. And this dude is trying to say like, I hope that he's certain. So you just mean what? So what? A diversity hire? They're just gonna go directly on the block, and they just gonna hire like some just random black dude and just give him air pilot controls? Word? That's how far we've gotten, and you're talking about like their diversity hires is it just implants and puts in a system certain thoughts and processes that I would have never had otherwise. No, you have those. You showcase that. You literally said that you don't really feel that a black man is qualified to be a pilot because your life is in his hands. Why do you feel, Mr. Kirk, that a black man will want to sit up there and do anything, any harm to you at 35,000 miles in the air? Why do you feel? Why do you feel that way? Or 3,500. I don't know whatever feet it was. But airplane height, y'all know what I'm saying. Why would you feel that a black man would really want to do something to you? That's a little bit weird. Do you feel that he's going to plan some type of get back for his ancestors? Like I said, you got to understand whenever you hear people say things like this, you have to understand where they are mentally. You have a lot of people out here that feel that black people are plotting to do something, right? They're plotting a get back. And that has never really been black people's MO. We've gotten the worst treatment out of everybody in America historically. There, bar none. Nope, nobody's going to be able to fight that. There is nobody. You're not going to be able to bring up like, oh, but what about the Asians? What about the Mexicans? What about the Irish and the Italians? No. Nobody else has gotten worse treatment than black people and their ancestors on this soil. And even still, through all of the things that we have faced, past, present, and future, we're still like, hey, it's whatever. We remember. We're going to always continuously make sure that you remember, but, you're invited to the cookout. We can all still go to the same school and college. We can all go to the same restaurant. We can all be in the same bus. We can all be in the same market. People can date one another. We're still doing all of these normal things, right? But yet you still got people out here that think that black people, that there's some type of get back coming, that they just can't, really trust. It's amazing. Coming from a person that created lack of trust, you're stating that you don't trust black people. Wow. Mind you, if you happen to look up any issues where it deals with pilots, the greater majority of pilots are not black. At all. I'm not even sure if you got 3% black pilots directly out there. So it's like, if anything goes wrong with a plane, are you going to sit up there and tell me that that was because of diversity hires? No, you're not. You're going to make an excuse. I'm like, well, maybe he was tired. Maybe, he wasn't fully trained properly. Maybe he was under the... It's going to be all of this other type of stuff. Charlie Kirk is not going to have the same voice. If you bring up the numbers of airplane crashes and all of these other types of things that have happened, he's not going to have nothing to say. He's going to... miscalculations, human error. That's what it's going to be. He's not going to be talking about all of this stuff about diversity hire and are they actually qualified to be a pilot? Like I said, that's crazy. That is crazy. Did we not just have a flight? And I think I did do a video on that. It wasn't that long ago where you had a pilot that was trying to take people's lives on a plane. He was literally shutting off the engines. Shutting off the engines in the air. Trying to take life. But do you hear Charlie Kirk trying to say, oh, I don't think maybe he wasn't really properly trained or qualified? No, because that doesn't fit the narrative that he's trying to spin. He's pulling like a Matt Damon, where Matt Damon basically said everything in front of the camera lens can change, but the thing that cannot change is the person behind it. Do you know who Matt Damon is talking about? Matt Damon is talking about somebody that looks exactly like him. Those are the only people that's supposed to be behind the camera lens, basically giving the optics, telling the story. Everything else in front of the camera can 100% change. Don't care, don't mind. As long as they are in the director's seat to sell and tell and write the story, that's all that matters. So like I said before, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hack said, I guess he forgot about Germanwings flight 9525. He said a pilot unalived everyone and laughed about. That's crazy. That is crazy. Tim said, the ones that can be compared to us is the Native Americans historically. Oh, yeah. That's bars. Miss Armstrong said that Tuskegee Airmen who flew the Germans and the Americans. Yeah. Sham said that looked like my godson right there. He's a pilot now too. Hey, congratulations to your godson on becoming a pilot. Congratulations. You said high as a kite? Yeah. Sham said anyway, they project their behavior through their fears, and they use this in their culture to silence their consciousness and guilt. Yeah. Like I said, it's tough out here. Like I said, there's no reason to have fear. Because if anything, if black people were going to do something, they would have been done it. But that's not the type of time that black people are on. Even if, no matter how we're even getting treated right now, we're still just trying to just live. We're just still just trying to, be there, But, other people feel, differently, specifically about it, which again, I keep saying is completely crazy. Completely crazy. People are still hoping on and wishing on this type of war or this type of thing to happen, and it just hasn't happened to them. It just hasn't happened. Let me see. We already went over the automated restaurant. Yeah, we did those videos last live stream, so I was just making sure. He said, Tim said, I'm more worried about the plane itself than the pilot. Oh, yeah, because some of these planes, like if you ever flown Spirit, them bad boys be shaky. Let me tell you, I've been on Spirit quite a few times, and I swear it's held together by paper mache, rubber bands, and Gorilla Glue. Like that is all that is all the Spirit Airlines plane is. Like, it's crazy out here. It is ultra crazy. How those planes are even built. Like I said, those are the cheapest planes in existence. I don't really feel like those planes should even be in the air, just to be real. I feel like they just should not be in the air at all. But hopefully, everybody was able to enjoy the live stream here. I do have another one set up for you guys. That one is going to go over some more videos as well. Miss Armstrong said, I heard many things about Spirit. Yeah, Spirit is something. That's the best way I can put it. Spirit is something. But yeah, hopefully you guys were able to, you guys enjoyed the live stream and everything that was listed. Hopefully some of you guys also enjoyed the previous live stream. I want to say that was about like a day ago when I did that live stream with you guys. I think we ended up getting about 149 views directly on that stream. So we're going to keep it pushing, keep it moving, and see what it is that people like and don't like, and place that directly up here. Even though I want to say the looks are a little bit different when it deals from channel to channel. So, we'll figure it out. Because I think it was one something on the previous live stream on the other channel, and on the main channel we got about 268. So maybe it did do a little bit of something, got about 5 comments on it. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the content and the videos that were provided, along with some of the the commentary directly up there. Again, trying to diversify, put some other stuff up there to give you guys some breathing room from the normal everyday content that I would normally do and whatnot. Something that y'all can probably laugh about, ponder, directly over, and and things of that nature. Again, it is currently Monday, so hopefully everybody's having a good start to the week, even though the start to the week is Sunday. But I'm just going to say Monday. Hopefully everybody's having a very great Monday. If you're at home, prepare some nice food, or a good lunch, order some food or whatnot or whatever. Get your feng shui directly in order. make sure to spend some time with yourself, get your mental directly, in order, and work on becoming a better person than what you were, yesterday. Always consistently have that goal to, elevate yourself, and yeah, we gonna be out here. So I will catch you guys on the next live stream, which will be live stream number 63. And I already got the video specifically set up for that, because that's going to be more of story based. I guess you could say it's going to be a little bit more so going back and forth, dealing with those videos and the information, that is specifically, there. So much love, respect, and appreciation. Shout out to anybody who might have donated by way of the Cash App, the Patreon, and the PayPal. Love you guys a lot. Thank you guys for everything that you do, seen and unseen. And I would not be able to do the things that I do if it was not for people like you. So see y'all later. Peace out.